Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. It's me, Vinod here, and happy Pongal. Yesterday you would have seen Shashwat and me talking about macroeconomics and about China and what's happening in the US and why is that important to look at and what are the implications for us investors in India. So today on the same line, I wanted to walk down a little further because I did share in our Instagram group data on what happened on Monday. Monday, we saw the FII selling around 4,000 crores, but the DIIs bought around 8,000 crores. And a lot of you are wondering, perplexed, thinking if DIIs bought so much, how come the market still went down, broader market went down, and the Nifty, of course, went down by 1.5%. So, what is this? Why is this? And today, on Pongal Day, as I'm recording, that is, the market broadly is up. All the stocks which we usually look at are all corrected in the positive. Like, for example, the IndusInd Bank, which was getting hammered yesterday, is up almost 3%. Tata Motors is up 3%. IDFC Bank is up 3%. Manappuram is up 3%. Natco Pharma is up 2.5%. What are the stocks which we usually look at? Karnataka Bank is 1.5%. Hero Motor Corp is up 1.5%. And Tata Chemicals is up 1.3%. Zydus Life is up 1.3%. Indian Hotels is up 1.3%. Tata Consumers is almost 1%. So if you look at it broadly speaking, everything is up. Even our index, the Nifty 50, is up almost 0.5%. So even Spandana, which opened negative in the morning, has turned positive. Not positive. It's sitting at almost at zero. It's not moving anywhere. ITC is not moving anywhere. Dr. Reddy is not moving anywhere. In terms of what's still taking and beating in the market is Infosys was down a lot. Now it's recovered. TCS was down a lot, and that's recovered and still negative though, 0.5%. Reliance is almost down from opening very positively, has come down by 1%. And Titan is down by 1% and a bit. So, right, first on the 13th, which was Monday, everything was negative. All these stocks which I just spoke about, which are positive today, are negative. Were negative on 13th Monday. And the DIIs bought 8,000 crores while the FIIs sold 4,000 crores. And a lot of you have been asking me, well, how is that possible? That the DIIs almost bought double what the FIIs bought, and we're still had a negative day overall. And today, I'm sure the FIIs are selling. Today being the 14th Pongal day, I'm sure by the end of the day when the data comes back, the FIIs probably are still selling because the Japanese market is down 2%. So I expect the FIIs in India are selling. And why the stock market is reacting positively is all these stocks which were down on 13th Monday, on 14th are being bought by the DIIs today, actively by retail investors, and domestic institutional investors are also participating in the market heavily today, is what my feeling is. We'll see end of the day, which is the 14th, what happens, and I will definitely be sharing it with the group on Instagram on 15th morning on what was actual numbers of the FIIs and DIIs. What is important is for us, instead of looking at it on a daily basis, to understand what is happening overall and why it's happening. I did share in the Instagram group on the 14th, that is 14th morning, on Pongal morning, about the global cues, which Shashwat had spoken about, which I had spoken about in an earlier video, that there's anticipation of the dollar strengthening further. That the American market is waiting on two key inflation data, which probably will be out by the time I'm recording this video. So I would have probably shared it in the group. If it is something very critical, I would have shared it in the next video. Probably I'll share it tomorrow. But what is to notice is the Americans are waiting for key inflation data to realize what the Fed is planning to do. Even if the inflation data is great, the problem is what Trump is talking about and what Trump is planning is going to create further inflation. So this is expectation in the bond market. So what's happening is people who are holding American bonds at a lower interest rate, they feel maybe trying to cash it in and wait for this interest rate cycle to show and transpire. A lot of them are playing it in the bond market. That is evident now. That means they're showing bearish sentiment in the bond market. If there's bearish sentiment in the bond market, they feel that inflation is going to go up, and the Fed either at worst case might push the interest rate higher, in an optimistic case might hold the interest rate further. We'll have to wait and watch. This sentiment is what is creating on the effect, not only in Indian markets, globally speaking, in all markets across the globe. Money is rushing back to the American markets in terms of the American equity market, and especially in terms of the American Treasury bond market. So the returns there are fabulous, and holding on to dollars right now makes sense because dollar is the reserve currency. This is playing out on a global level. So this is what is happening. While domestically speaking, more and more Indians are pumping money into the mutual funds account. more and more Indians like us, retail investors, are seeing opportunity, are getting financially literate or trying to get financially literate, and we are also participating in the market. We are seeing what we consider as value and we're investing. So this is what you're seeing right now. What basically happened on 13th, where you saw 8,000 crores worth of DI investment happening, while only 4,000 net selling happening by the FIIs, we didn't see a positive trend in the market because each one is selling and buying different things. We do not know exactly what constituted of the DII's 8,000 crores worth of buying. It could have been really lopsided. Maybe it was a Wilmar company which was being bought heavily because of the news of the Adanis pulling out of Wilmar, and they're selling it at a discount. A lot of people are looking at buying it. If you do not know about it, I strongly suggest you Google and read about it. I'll talk about it in another video once the dust settles in Adani Wilmar. I don't want to get into that topic today. But that could have been one of the main reasons contributing to it. So what it means is we only have broadly how much money was spent by the DIIs. We really do not know where the DIIs spent all their money buying. Same way the FIIs, we know net sold 4,000 crores. We do not know exactly what they sold. So broadly speaking, the stocks we were looking at turning negative on that day, the index turning negative on that day, means the DIIs were focused on a very specific sector or a stock or a few companies, and they were buying heavily those companies. So that's why we did not see movement in the broader market. Today, for example, on the 14th, we are seeing movement in the broader market, meaning shares across the board are going up because today the DIIs, after seeing the sell-off happening on 13th, have decided to step in and buy things they feel which are at a discount. So this kind of seesaw happens. So what does that mean? Well, that means as retail investors and as value investors, we should look at this but not focus on it. It is important to understand what we should focus on and what we should, real attention to. What we should really pay attention to is being consistent. Consistency is what is critical in investing. It is not trying to capture whenever the markets moves way up and down or go sideways is not of concern to us. What the FIIs do and the DIIs do may be intellectually interesting to us, but it is not critical for us to pay attention to this. What you should be paying attention to is the list of companies we have and being not confused by the amount of noise which is being generated. And trust me, in the next coming few more weeks, you're going to have a lot more noise coming out with Trump, with China, with, like I'd put up in our Instagram story I'd put up about TikTok now, and back to our talks with Elon Musk being sold to him. I was jesting and asking you guys, do you think TikTok is going to come back to India? Maybe it will, who knows. If Elon Musk owns TikTok USA, then there will be different pressure on India to allow TikTok to come back to India again. Imagine that. All TikTokers in India will be celebrating. God knows what's going to happen to our society. But anyways, that's another day, another problem, I guess. But if you saw, I participated in the market today. I was looking at Natco. Though Natco was positive today, I looked at Tata Motors. Though it was positive today, I don't care because it's still at value. You should not focus on daily it being positive or daily it being negative. What you should focus on is overall, is it of value today? And you should be buying. So this is what you should try and focus on. So keep your list in hand, keep your mindset clear, focus on having clarity on your list, on the companies which you're looking at and buying. A lot of you have been asking me about some specific stocks like Amar Raj Battery, if you should be buying it right now. Is it corrected? That I'll talk about tomorrow, specific stocks which you guys have been asking about. Today, I just wanted to get this thing about, because you're seeing the market swinging, the market moving, what should be your thought process in this kind of a situation is what I want to say. And that too with the rupees weakening further, like we saw, it's breaking all kinds of records and going lower and lower. There's more pressure on the FIIs pulling money out of India because their returns are dwindling, as you can see in the Indian market, because even if the companies they're invested in is doing well, it's appreciating in stock. The basic problem is the Indian rupee is sinking. So whatever profits they're making is being eroded away with the currency arbitrage, which is what is going on. And the way, like I said in the beginning of the video, with the dollar strengthening further and, the cues being there, the FIIs will have no option but look at taking money out of India. There's not only in large cap, medium cap, small cap, in all kinds of cap, they'll be looking at taking money out and leaving a little money in because there's not going to be any profit for them in the short term. Like I said, their motivation is very different from value investors like you and me. We are looking at 10-year horizon, 15-year horizon. No FII puts money in India for 15 years and 10 years. They're looking at very short cycles, business cycles and earning cycles. So keep this in mind as you digest all this news. So thanks for watching the video today. I hope you're enjoying your Pongal. This must be the second day of Pongal which is happening today. I think Rupesh is Kanum Pongal today. 15th Matup Pongal, yes, Matup Pongal. So enjoy your Matup Pongal. If those of you who are doing Jallikattu and all that, please be careful. I don't want you to get into any serious conditions as you do enjoy the festivities. I'll be back again, like I promised, with more detail on stock videos tomorrow. And I'll talk about specific stocks you've asked me about on Instagram, and I'll cover that tomorrow. Thanks for watching the video. Happy Pongal once again. Bye and see you again.
Hey guys, that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it, and we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.